On January 8th, 20,000 workers at Zhongyuan Huqi pharmaceutical factory in Daduko district, Chongqing City protested. The employees were angry because management withheld their salary after they were fired. Protesters brutally beat the factory managers and the labor broker and forced riot police to retreat. The managers eventually couldn't stand it and had to pay the workers. A pharmaceutical factory worker said that because there were tens of thousands of workers, all factory managers, supervisors, and brokers at the scene were brutally beaten by angry workers. Some were taken to the ICU. They savagely beat one to the point of him vomiting blood. More than 100 riot policemen arrived at the scene but could not quell the incident and were beaten back by the workers, so they could only watch from the sidelines. A video posted by a netizen shows the city authorities, police, and company executives promoting ideological theory over loudspeakers, but they were all rejected. Many police and special police officers flocked to Zhongyuan Huqi Pharmaceutical Company to suppress the rioting workers, but because there were too many workers, they could not do anything. This video shows that on the evening of January 7th, thousands of Zhongyuan Huqi Pharmaceutical factory workers took to the streets to protest. Armed riot police ran into the factory area. There was information that they intended to use tear gas to suppress the workers. This video shows the protests at Zhongyuan Huqi Pharmaceutical Factory in Daduko District, Chongqing City, as armed riot police tried to enter the factory area to quell the incident. Workers threw plastic boxes and any kind and everything available at riot police, causing them to retreat. This video fully captures the process of angry workers fighting riot police. Factory media employee Zhao Lanjian and management fired 10,000 Zhongyuan Huqi pharmaceutical factory workers in the Daduko district simultaneously and withheld their wages. According to Sound of Hope, nearly 20,000 factory workers took to the streets to protest. They smashed machinery in the factory and destroyed products and threw antigen test kits all over the place. The newspaper quoted Chinese netizens posting on Weibo saying, "At a certain pharmaceutical factory in Chongqing, workers demanding wages caused a conflict. The factory not only wanted to make money from the pandemic, but also wanted to exploit the workers' labor. Most people use a smartphone, so it's not that easy to be bullied." The problem of Zhongyuan Huqi pharmaceutical factory in Daduko, Chongqing, is a microcosm of the opportunistic, spontaneously formed industry, such as nucleic acids, antigens, and including the funeral industry. In the future, maybe the funeral industry will also thrive and support a large number of workers, but once it fails, the boss will also be in danger. Workers are not intellectuals. They are very united. At 7:30 a.m. this morning, the Zhongyuan Huqi factory in Chongqing was out of order. The factory laid off thousands of employees yesterday. Some of them were brought in by the broker in just 2 days. They worked the night shift and were laid off in the morning. They are all temporary workers. The pandemic situation has been eased, so why hire a large number of temporary workers? Antigen and nucleic acid testing is a false proposition. If having a fever, medical examination and medication should be taken. It's also not curable by using antigen, right?
Recently, Zhang Wenhong, director of the National Center for Infectious Diseases, put forth his views and suggestions on China's current COVID-19 treatment methods. During a trial training session for doctors, he pointed out that community hospitals generally prescribe 4 kinds of medicines for patients: antipyretics, antibiotics, cough medicines, and traditional Chinese medicine. However, this is most likely to take up the patient's most precious first 72 hours after illness, because these drugs do not focus on the new coronavirus. Many older people had no relief from their symptoms after taking the medicine, and eventually they died. The number of patients treated in the community is getting heavier. There is no more room in the hospital, and the patients already in the central hospital cannot be discharged. He added that most of the patients who improved after an infusion of antibiotics was not the result of the effect of the drugs, but because of their fate. Dr. Zhang said, "I would like to ask you a very heartwarming question today. A viral disease has no bacterial infection in the early stage of treatment, but we all adopt antibacterial treatment as the main plan. You want his disease to miraculously improve. So do viruses turn into bacteria? Do you think such a treatment will work?" Zhang Wenhong's advice to community hospitals is that the patient should inhale oxygen and use small molecule antiviral drugs and anti-inflammatory therapy. Supplement your nutrition when going home. In addition, some traditional Chinese medicine can also be used. He said that using this method can effectively alleviate most patients' symptoms and prevent some patients from developing severe diseases after procrastination.
Amid the COVID explosion in China, the death of a senior official might have attracted little public attention were it not for the uproar caused by the comments of a colleague who worked with him. The deceased had been a vice minister of culture, and his name was Gao Shanxiang. As we will see below, he had a dark background which, subtly, was revealed by a person who knew him well. Zhu Yongxin is Deputy Secretary General of the 12th Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. About the death of 87-year-old Gao, he wrote a few words on Chinese social media that quickly went viral. Epoch Times picked up the controversial message before it disappeared from Weibo. Was he inadvertently revealing too much? With his sharp mind and a booming voice, the spry Gao Shanxiang didn't at all resemble a patient. I never imagined that he would leave us so soon. Gao Shanxiang had replaced many organs in his body as he tenaciously fought with illness. Zhu added that Gao had replaced so many organs in his body that he once joked that, and I quote, many components are not his own anymore. The apparent ease with which the late official could access multiple compatible organs raised questions among social media users in China. This country is under international scrutiny for the forced removal of organs from innocent people. Minister Gao, when living, you changed so many organs. Where did they all come from? And how many more high officials are there who can effortlessly change their failed organs? Those parts that he got so easily, who would have lost them and how? China has seen a boom in the organ transplant industry over the past 2 decades, despite a low number of voluntary donors. The regime has claimed that since 2015, it has relied exclusively on a voluntary organ donation system, but the numbers don't add up. A 2019 study published in a scientific journal, BMC Medical Ethics, concluded that the numbers in official Chinese donation datasets fit almost precisely to a mathematical formula. This pattern is not observed in any of the other 50 countries analyzed, suggesting that the figures are false. In the same year and in parallel, an investigation by a London-based court found the communist regime guilty of killing religious believers, mainly practitioners of the Buddhist discipline Falun Gong, and then selling their organs. For many physicians who have followed the issue closely, the case of the recently deceased Gao Shanxiang may fit in this macabre reality. Given that China's transplant system is based on state-organized forced organ harvesting, it is not surprising if party officials have access to transplants on demand or multiple transplants on demand. Trey said he is also not surprised to hear that Communist Party officials receive multiple transplants of essential solid organs like heart, liver, kidneys, or under COVID, even lungs. Amid growing international concern over this large-scale crime, countries such as Canada, the United Kingdom, Belgium, Israel, Italy, and Spain have passed measures to curb organ transplant tourism.
签署共建“一带一路”谅解备忘录是希尔达尔·别尔德穆罕梅多夫总统访华的一项重要成果，将有力推进“一带一路”倡议和土方复兴丝绸之路战略对接，进一步扩大两国经贸等领域互利合作，为推动构建中土命运共同体注入新动力，也将推动中国同中亚5国共建“一带一路”合作整体迈入全新阶段。过去1年来，共建“一带一路”稳步前行，为世界经济复苏注入新动力。中欧班列去年全年开行1.6万列，发送货物160万标箱，同比分别增长9%和10%。西部陆海新通道班列去年发送货物75.6万标箱，同比增长18.5%。中老铁路累计发送旅客突破900万人次。柬埔寨第1条高速公路京港高速向公众开放3个月来，通车已超过100万辆。东南亚首条高速铁路雅万高铁成功试验运行。去年1年，有5个国家和中国新签署共建“一带一路”合作文件。近日，中国和菲律宾还续签了“一带一路”合作谅解备忘录。这些都充分表明，共建“一带一路”符合世界发展需求，顺应国际社会期待，始终保持强大韧性和旺盛活力。“一带一路”大家庭朋友圈越来越大，合 合作质量越来越高，发展前景越来越好。今年是习近平主席提出共建“一带一路”倡议10周年，我们将继续践行共商共建共享原则，携手各方，共谋发展，让“一带一路”这条造福世界的发展带、惠及人类的幸福路更加繁荣、更加宽广。
美中战略竞争特别委员会这就证明了就是美国国会一个跨党派的一个行动主义的抗中鹰派已经形成。美国国会本身会成为一个抗拒中共、围堵中共一个非常重要的一个火力的来源。同时也会对于拜登政府形成非常大的一种推动力。在国会两党对于这种抗中意识由于是强烈的一个共识所以在这个立法和行政部门未来也会更加齐一化的一个情况之下，对中共的压力呢，我认为是走向一种怎么样极大化了第一个就是说，对于所谓我讲的那个中共疫情威胁论，会进行一个除了是溯源的调查以外，还要对于它这个疫情本身散布到世界各地对世界人民所造成的生命和健康的威胁，它会进行这个非常彻底的调查，是可以充分的去证明是来自于中共人为上的疏失，或者是某种战略上的一种故意的散播的话，那么美国就完全有这个理由去冻结所有中共的官员在美国的资产。甚至透过银行的体系来对中共进行非常强烈的一个金融的制裁。第二个呢，就是美中台的三角关系会走向一种什么叫三角锥的一个状态，就是两个美台合作的一个双边呢，它会越来越宽大但是这个孤立的侵略性的这个单边，就是中共这个边会越来越缩小。
对于现在美国政府如果有任何的那一种基辛级主义想去谈判的人，可能施予非常大的一个压力。